There's Edwards on the inside, making the move by. Busch runs second, then it's Burton, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Matt Kenseth. Right now, only 15, well now 14 cars on the lead lap. Our last caution was at lap 16. We went back to green on lap 20 and working lap 93 right now. Carl Edwards up front, looking for a win here in the NASCAR Busch Series. You're watching NASCAR Racing live on TNT.
In between practice runs, it's a scramble to modify Tony's car. So our team carries Sprint mobile broadband cards to every track. They can wirelessly download performance data from headquarters and make adjustments that make a difference.
We drop the track bar and close the shocks up. All right, let's try it.
We said yes to making better decisions faster. We're all card-carrying yes men.
With Sprint Business, you can make just about any place a workplace. Now get a card for $49.99 with an unlimited data access plan after mail-in rebate. Yes, you can.
Reese's. Caramel.
The caution has just come out here at the Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois. Tracy Hines has hit the wall hard on the backstretch.
And hard is correct, Bill.
There's Hines in the 12 car.
The 36 of Tim Sauter, when he came off turn 2, I think he moved down to try to pass a car in front of him and pulled down in Tracy Hines' line.
And that set Hines almost head on into the wall. You can see the heavy damage. Watch the 36.
That's Augie Vidovich in the 4 that Tim Sauter was going to come down and pass. I don't think he realized Tracy Hines was there.
Man, he hit a... It didn't look like that hard of a hit, but look at the damage.
Well, remember, you were talking about how fast you are here.
Yep. Now, you got a pretty good run at it from that angle.
That's on board with Jeff Burton.
But I think you're right, BP. I think he just came down and hit that right front.
Oh, all these guys have just been on pit road. Let's see who opts to come in.
Leader.
Only a handful of takers.
Jerry Robertson, the 78 car, for some reason is coming down pit road. Marty 17 coming to you.
Yeah, and BP says his car is extremely loose. A last-second change here for the guys on pit wall, and they did an excellent job. They had sticker tires, brand-new tires up on the wall. Then Matt made a change as he was coming onto pit road, said, I want the last set that we have of scuff tires. So the
pit stall at pit exit for a tire change. They've already twisted the wedge wrench in to try and help the handling, Matt.
And service already complete for Kurt Busch. Now they've been making headway on their tight exit issue, but they still called for a quick air pressure adjustment as the car was on pit road.
And we are told that Tracy Hines has climbed from his car. And the cleanup crew and the safety crew back there working on it after this hard hit on the backstretch by the 12 car of Tracy Hines. Under caution at Chicagoland. Tomorrow on TNT, it's NASCAR Nextel Cup Series racing from Chicago. Jeff Burton will lead the field to the green flag. Brian Vickers outside the front row. Our coverage begins at 3 Eastern with the Bank of America countdown to green right here on TNT. Field coming back to get the green flag this time.
What
Marty Snyder, what are you doing
signing
down there?
autograph? Is that your uncle?
How much?
No, it was your cousin, Wally. No, that's the first time I've done that in forever, and the guy asked me, so I felt bad for him. So
they must have thought you were Matt Yoakum.
No, he thought I was trying to get to it. You beat me to it. He thought I was you. So he thought I was a famous race car driver.
Hey, Marty.
That wouldn't be
Yes,
me,
Bill.
pal.
We're going green.
Oh, good. Go ahead and work, Bill.
Carl Edwards, the race leader, but not the guy in front. Tracy Hines treated and released from the infield care center.
I think that 8 car, the 4 spot right there, Dale Jr. I think he's in a good. I think he needed that yellow. I believe he's got a second-place car right now.
Caution for debris on the backstretch.
So we got another lucky dog here right off the bat.
And I think that'll be Denny. Well, Denny Hamlin already got himself.
Paul Menard.
Can't race with that out there. Caution for debris. It's actually on the front stretch. We'll take a break from Chicagoland. Still under caution here at Chicagoland. Here is our Holiday Inn race recap. Good crowd on hand here at Chicago. This is the first lap, second turn. Denny Hamlin around in traffic. Kyle Busch got part of it.
Martin Truex Jr. in there. Got some damage to the left front.
The big story was all the people that weren't in it.
And then on lap 15, Kyle Busch in the 5, all by himself, spins around, brings out another caution flag, but luckily a one-car incident.
Lap 36. Carl Edwards recaptures the lead from Kurt Busch. Lap 67, green flag pit stops. The 33 bunch just can't get the gas in the tank.
They wait, and folks, it shouldn't take that long. About 40 seconds to fill the carpet. It should take about 15.
And went a lap down because of that.
And finally, lap 84, Kyle Busch done for the day. Lap 94.
Tracy Hines, the 12 car, gets together with the 36 of Tim Sauter. Gets the car turned around in the wall head on for Tracy Hines. He did walk away from the car.
And our most recent caution was for debris. For a caution period for 15 laps. 2 cars are out of the race, Kyle Busch and Kevin LePage.
And I would say Tracy Hines will be lucky to be back in this event.
Yes.
And because of that, 2 or 3 guys, or maybe even more, got back on the lead lap.
That's right. Denny Hamlin did. Paul Menard did. Denny Hamlin was at the tail end of the lead lap, right in front of Carl Edwards on that last restart.
Casey Kane.
He was the lucky dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
We almost said that in unison, Bill.
We'll get that down.
Yeah, work on that.
So we'll have 17 cars on the lead lap. Seven laps to go here at Chicagoland. Carl Edwards leads Kurt Busch, and the green flag is in the air.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
38 car Jason Leffler on the inside of the leader, 1 lap down.
Kurt Busch got a pretty good run up on the high side off of 2.
Thinking about squeezing him.
I think he did squeeze him real good and went down the bottom.
Kurt Busch for the lead. He's led 31 laps today, trying to lead lap number 32, and he does.
Is Earnhardt Jr.? He's getting around a slower car.
And before the debris caution came out, that's the car you wanted to talk about.
I just thought he looked real good. He was on that high side. His lap times were as good as the leader. So I think he's got a strong car. Is he saying, what's he saying down there, AB?
Well, he's saying he's got a car strong enough to run up from 34th to 4th, but he's not sure he has anything for those 3 that are in front of him that have been in those top 3 spots most of the day. They spent most of that last caution talking about finding one more adjustment on another pit stop to maybe make the difference to get Junior up and race for the win. Marty?
And Alan, here comes Clint Boyer. Remember, we told you he was in the fifth position now. His car has been excellent all day long. They made no changes on the last stop, and they took fuel only. So that gave him some track position that he's needed all afternoon long. And currently, he's in 5th. Battle for 2nd, Bill.
There sure is.
Jeff Burton, that Holiday Inn car, trying his best to get by Carl Edwards in 60. Probably got some trouble off turn 4.
Elliott Sadler?
It's that way.
Caution is out.
He's been having an awful day all day.
Dave?
And Bill, that car has just been impossible to handle for Elliott. He was actually fairly optimistic when the day started, but about 50 laps ago, he was already saying this car needs major changes. They have made major changes that they can on pit road, but it is not handling it all for Elliott, and I think that's evidence of it right there.
It's not going to be any better now.
There's more damage to the right rear than right front, so we're assuming that kind of assume that he spun.
Top of your screen on the right-hand side.
Someplace in there. Around he goes.
I think he looked like he just got out of the groove there.
So a frustrating day for Elliott Sadler. He hopes for bigger and better things tomorrow under caution at Chicagoland. TNT Sports is live in Joliet, Illinois at the Chicagoland Speedway for NASCAR Busch Series racing, presented by Pennzoil Platinum. Still under caution, Bobby Labonte in the 66 car got the lucky dog. Let's check down on pit road with Dave.
And Bill, the last lucky dog was Casey Kane, right?
Yes.
And he's gotten back on the lead lap. And he's had a pretty good race car, although they've been making adjustments in the wedge department. What they really wanted to do for a tight race car was put one of those spring rubbers in the right rear so that it would turn better. This time they got a chance to do that since they were already in the back of the lead lap queue. They came in, put a spring rubber in the right rear. That'll help it turn better. Took back out the wedge adjustments, put on 4 fresh tires, and he's a lot faster, they hope. Matt?
3 things, Dave, on the leader, Kurt Busch. Earlier, his water temperature climbed to 250. They found a piece of a windshield tear-off on the grill on their first stop. That has come down. Now he's out front. He has fresh air. Plus, the adjustments they just made on his last stop have really helped the tight condition he's been experiencing, AB, on exit. He's happy with that 39.
Well, Kurt Busch passed Carl Edwards for the lead a little while ago, but Carl not overly concerned about that because his car's handling has been the worst in the first few laps of a run. So if they get several laps to consecutively under green here, look for Carl to try and put a move back around Kurt to try and overtake him. Also, another one of those long conversations between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his crew chief, Tony Eury Sr. under this caution. He said he's about 25% between where he wants to be and where he is handling. He wants to be a little bit farther, closer. I missed that. Let me try that again. He wants to be closer to where he was on the first run with his handling. You understood what I meant, Benny. I know you did. Help me out here.
Yes, it was better the first run than after they made the changes. He needs to go back to there, or part of the way anyway.
And he needs a long green.
That's exactly right. This car, after 40, 50 laps, was the class of the field, talking about Earnhardt Jr. in the 8th. But he was not very good on short runs like this.
Had 5 caution periods. 4 have come in the last 15 laps.
And I think Kurt Busch knew how important it was to get that clean air, get out front, because his car was a little bit tight. But now that it's out front, it's pretty fast.
Kurt has led 38 laps today.
And the 29 car, Jeff Burton, goes in 2nd spot, gets by Carl Edwards.
He told me he thought they'd be okay today, Benny.
He was. You see Junior back there in the 8 car being passed by a couple of cars. Tony Stewart goes by. We see the 2 car. Brent Boyer going by.
Tony Stewart in that 33 car, currently 20th. The 2nd car 1 lap down. Had a problem fueling that car during a green flag pit stop. Cost Tony a lap.
You see, Junior wants to get his car, wants to run high, and that's where he's been all day. And that'll work fine when the tires get hot and slick and start sliding on the bottom of the racetrack. But now with those fresh tires on, he needs to be on the bottom of the racetrack where the rest of these cars are.
And he just was. That lap there, BP, was down on the bottom at 3 and 4.
Marty?
Well, Bill, during the caution, Clint Boyer radioed his crew. He said, you know what, guys, we need to undo the last adjustment we did on the final pit, or on the pit stop just a moment ago. There's a long way to go in this race. The 85 laps to go. And he said, I think this car is going to be too tight long in the run. They will have at least 1 more pit stop for these guys. They all have 1 more set of tires, and Clint's hoping to get the car a little bit better, but he sees it progressing to the tight side.
Leaning on each other there.
It's Jason Leffler. A lap down, and Leffler was racing Stewart for the lucky dog should the caution come out, and Stewart has passed him. Now Tony Stewart in position to get the lucky dog if we should see a caution flag.
Casey Mears in the 42 taking the spot away from Clint Boyer. There's Kenson.
And all these cars have driven by the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And we see now the Kevin Harvick, the 21 car, about to go by. He just can't keep that 8 car on the bottom of the racetrack like he needs to these early laps into a run. Allen?
And that's the whole problem, BP. Tony Eury Sr. says he cannot keep the car down on the bottom of the racetrack. He made all of his time earlier up on the high side, but the front end grip on their car is just not enough to allow him to turn the wheel and run low.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we will take you through the field. Kurt Busch leads Jeff Burton